Hello, this is Tom with Kirk Consulting. I'm going to go over and give a demonstration of the change request or the change control module in Sage Enterprise Management, formerly known as Sage X3. The change control module in X3 is a simplified PLM or Product Lifecycle Management system. It lets me go in and create change requests for various reasons. It lets me assign staff to approve or reject my change request, assign staff to go through and do the various tasks that are involved with the change request, such as possibly scrapping stock, updating bombs, changing routings, notifying suppliers, notifying customers, those types of activities. And so this change control module lets me manage that entire process when I'm revising a product. So what I'm looking at right now is my dashboard, my change request dashboard. This is everything in the system that, all my change requests in the system. And I can see what the statuses are. I have some that I'm in the planning stage. I have several that I'm implementing, which I mean I'm working on my action plan. I have some of them that were closed. So here was a change request that got rejected on 1/10/2017. But I have a couple that I've created. One other thing I'll note over here is I can filter things. So I can look at if I'm the uh, the manager for this change request, I can go look at my change request. Click on this, and I'll set a filter on the screen. Only show the ones that I'm in charge of. If I go over here a little bit farther, I'll see the change manager right here. So this is my user ID that I'm logged in with. So these are my change requests. And on this dashboard, I see a couple other things too. I see the change request ID. I also see the product that I am doing the change request for. This is the SFI015 product, which is an adult bicycle wheel. I can see the version that I'm working on. Obviously, the change request goes hand in hand with the revision management in X3. So as I'm doing a change request, it's automatically going to increment my version numbers on the product, the BOM, and also the routing. And I have some statuses for severity of the change. So there's a lot of information out there, but this is just my dashboard. So I'm going to go ahead and drill into this first change request, which is the planning state right now. So I'll go click on this, and here is my basically my header screen for my change request. This is where I put all the top level details. I have notes out here, I have attachments. I have the product, descriptions, what site if this is involved at, when I want my changes, my change request to be completed by. And I have a bunch of statuses out here. My reason for defect. You can see I can choose various things, the requirement, defect, enhancement, etc. The severity of the change request, was it a critical, major, moderate, minor? And some of these also correspond to the version numbers for the product. If this is a major change, obviously I'm going to change the major version on my product. If it's a minor change or or something like that, I would probably only increment my minor version number for this product. And then I can estimate my change impact, whether this is going to be a major impact to my organization or minor or unknown at this point. And then I can assign staff who's in charge of this change request. I can create a change request, but the change manager has to manage the process. And then who's going to plan this, who's going to assign tasks to various people and determine what we need to do, that would be the planner. And of course I have approvers out there, and I can set all these, who can be a change manager, who can be a planner, who can be an approver outside of the change request, but I'm going to set up certain people with the authority to be the change manager. Just not anybody can be assigned to be a change manager. They have to have the right authority inside of enterprise management to be a manager or a planner. Here is the originators, and it could be coming from a customer, a user within my organization, a supplier, or someone else. So in this situation, I said this change request was initiated by supplier number NA082, Davidson Platforms. It could be a customer complaint, could trigger this change request, could be an internal user. So I can have a lot of different choices of how this change request got kicked off. Here's the approvers for this. And if it's rejected, I can put some notes in here why the change request was rejected. And of course, I have all my attachments, JPEGs, Words, Word files, PDFs. And this could also be where I start putting my engineering drawings attached to this as I revise those. If I need people to approve them and look at them, I can start putting my attachments in here. And then let people know when new drawings are available or whatnot so that they can review those and approve bills of materials or drawings or whatnot. I'm going to save this. I haven't changed anything. I'll go ahead and save this. I get my menu back over on my right-hand side. So once I have my change request kind of laid out here, what I'm going to do is the first thing I probably look at if I'm in charge of this is my impact analysis. So I can click on this link right here. And again, we're looking at this product. I click on the impact analysis, so it goes out and it queries that product through all the modules in X3. It shows me my manufacturing modules, how many bills of materials involve this product, how many demand forecasts this is going to be involved with, routing, subcontract orders, open work orders. You can see we have 36 open work orders for this product. So obviously I have to determine, am I putting all, if this is a major defect, I would probably have to put all those work orders on hold until I had my revised drawings, my revised bill of materials, routings ready to go. So I'm not building defective products. But this screen kind of gives you an idea of the scope it's going to have on your enterprise when you're looking at this. How much stock do I have on hand? You can see down here we have 3,700 pieces on hand. Well, if I need to scrap those 3,700 pieces, obviously that's going to be a huge impact on my inventory. I'm going to be throwing away a lot of stock. I might, in that situation of that much on hand, is there a way that you can rework that stock and make it usable or sellable again? So again, this is the impact analysis that's going to show me this product and kind of what my exposure is inside of my enterprise on this. How many purchase orders do I have involving this product? How many quotes or sales orders do I have? Of course, depending whether this is a raw material, semi-finished, or finished goods, you're going to have different information you're going to look at. And that kind of goes into the plan. Once I've looked at all this, then I have to determine what my plan is. And my plan are among individual actions. So let's go back to this. So I'm looking at my impact analysis. I'd like to go back to my request screen, which is where we were just at. So I'll go back to my request screen. I don't think I clicked it. There we go. And then my next step would be to, if I'm the plan manager for this, now remember I can have two different people. I can have one person be in charge of this whole change management and someone else actually implement the plan. Well, the next thing I would do at this point would be to maybe go for approvals. Do we need to do this change management, yes or no, or is it going to be rejected? But if it's approved by the various people, and then someone needs to go in and plan it. So at that point, I would go click on my plan, and if I'm the planner, you can see on the screen that I am the planner, I am the change manager and the planner, so I have access to do this. But then I go into my plan, and I start putting all of these tasks down here, everything I want to do to this product. So this situation, I've already created 3 tasks. Someone needs to go and modify the bills of materials, and this needs to be completed by 4/17. And here's the user that needs to complete this task, and I can see the status. And so user ERP US, when they log in, they would go to a dashboard, see their task that they need to do and the deadline date, and they can update the status of this task as they complete it, put comments in, whatnot. But these, I'm going to go into edit mode and kind of show you how this works. But this is a list of items. So if I want to add another item to my plan, I can come and add one. And then I choose the type of thing I want to change. Am I notifying customers? Do I need to change my demand forecast? Do I need to go in and redo my purchase orders and purchase a revised product? I don't think I have purchase orders on my plan yet. So yeah, let's do purchase orders. Let's say we have to click notify or change our purchase orders. So then I would change purchase orders. And then there's different actions tied to each entity. So for purchase orders, I can cancel, return to supplier, receive and modify the product if I can rework it and make it a acceptable product, or delete these lines from the purchase order. So these actions are user definable, but they're tied to each entity. I'm going to say cancel. I'll cancel all my purchase orders. And I need to complete this by next Friday. And then I assign it to a user. I'll assign it to my, look for my buyer. Here's my buyer. I'll assign it to my buyer. And that's pending. So each one of these events has different choices. So for like my stock event, we pop up my action list. I can either scrap it, use it, modify it, or move it to spare parts. So again, these actions are kind of set up for each entity, but you can modify these, add some, delete some if you don't want to use them. But basically, this is my action plan, how I'm going to implement this planning request, or this change request, I should say. And then when I'm all done, if I'm the plan manager, I can say planning complete. I can go to the next stage. But basically, this is all the setup information. I go in, I'm going to return to my request. I go in, I enter all my details about my change request, products, notes, document the severity and the impact, originators, approvals, put my attachments out here, and then I start entering if it's approved, that I'm going to go ahead and make this change request. Then I would plan it, and then I would start executing all those changes. But this is, and of course, this could be used for new products as well as modifying existing products. A lot of people use this for changing existing products, but obviously the same process kind of takes place when building a new product. I need to go source suppliers for new parts. You need to do the bill of materials, engineering drawings. And again, those actions on my plan are user definable, so we could add more, especially for a new product. I want to cost it or get a cost estimate, so accounting might be involved as well. So this is just a quick overview, a quick review of the change control module inside of X3. And again, this lives within X3, so as I'm doing all this, when I'm changing my, when I'm accepting or implementing my change control, X3 is rolling forward my version numbers. It's keeping track of my bombs that are tied to this change request, my routings and whatnot. So as an integrated solution, it kind of flows through, and it's nice to have everything within one system, so I don't have to go out to the side to another system to enter information or check on statuses or look at my dashboards. Obviously, when I log in the morning, if I'm part of the change control team, I would have my dashboards of change requests I need to approve, or the requests that I need to plan, etc., or the tasks that have been assigned to me. So again, this is Tom Symes with Career Consulting, showing the Sage Enterprise Management change control features. Thanks for watching.